Week 16 sees the Broncos travel to Oakland to take on the Raiders. In this late season matchup, the Broncos can wrap up the AFC West with a win and a Chargers loss. Or actually, they can just win it outright with a win. Doesn't matter what the Chargers do. But the Chargers can stay alive to win the AFC West with a win and a Broncos loss. Early on here, it would be the Broncos taking control of things here. Is a nice find there to Jake Butt. A few plays later, Daniel Jones finding Cordell Patterson. He fights his way forward for a nice gain there. 2nd and 1, 3rd and 2 now. Jones takes off here, and he just gets the first down before he's brought down by Devin Bush. Now a play action pass here. Daniel Jones, nice find of Troy Fumagalli. Another first down. The Raiders are driving early in this one. 3rd and 6 now. Here's James Gardner. He gets brought down. 4th and inches. They go for it. Stay aggressive. And there is Janovich in for the score. On 4th and inches, they're able to just walk right into the end zone. That couldn't have been any easier. The Raiders not having a good season so far as Derek Carr. He's pressured. He has to just get rid of that one. Broncos back with the ball. 3rd and 7. Here's Cortland Sutton coming up with the first down there. 2nd and 11 now. Jones finds Sutton again. Runs over a man. But then gets dropped down by the defensive back. 3rd and 4. Jones now again finds Troy Fumagalli. He fights forward for a few extra yards. Jones started off this game very nicely. 8 of 8 so far. Make him 9 of 9 here. He is just slicing up this Oakland defense. Here's Royce Freeman, able to drive forward. Royce Freeman might not be getting a lot of playing time going forward. Ty Montgomery reportedly was out with a torn ACL. When they went in and did the surgery, turns out it was only a partially torn ACL. He could be back in time for the playoffs. Here's Daniel Jones now, finding nobody but the dirt. That one just sort of died once it left his hands. 2nd and goal now. Here's Jones finding Jake Butt, but he led him too far. Vic Fangio's confused here. He does challenge it. For whatever reason, they challenged whether or not he had possession of the ball, not if he was actually inbounds with his feet. Jones forces ones to Fumagalli. And 4th and goal. This time, Oakland's going to take the points, and they're going to kick the field goal. 10-0 Denver at this point. 1st and 10 now. Raiders handing off to Ajayi. Ajayi here able to get a nice run here, pick up some positive yards. His first positive run of the day, actually. Here's Derek Carr now. Gets pressured, finds Cole Beasley, who's almost able to spin forward and find the first down marker. 3rd and 1 now. Here's Carr finding Harmon. He's able to pick up a first down there. Those are the first 2 passes Derek Carr completed. And he did it midway through the 2nd quarter. Just a rough season for Oakland. 3rd and 11 now. Here's Carr finding Ajayi again, checking it down. And that's going to be 4th and 7. Field goal unit comes on. And Catanzaro, this one is short off the bar. Hitting off. 10-0 is your score still here. Here's Daniel Jones now taking off and running. And that's a fumble. Live football. No one realizes it until it's way too late. And so the Raiders come up with the recovery on the Jones fumble on the run. Here's Ajayi picking up the first down. After that, the Raiders can get right back in this game with a score. Here's Derek Carr throwing that ball to where there was nobody. I'm surprised they didn't call that one intentional grounding. That's how bad that throw was. Ajayi with another nice run there, but they're going to need more than that. 3rd and 6. Carr almost gets picked off there. Maybe should have just took off for the first down marker. Another field goal. This one is wide to the left into the black hole. Catanzaro costing his team points. Play action pass here. Dangerous throw, but Jake Butt able to come up with that one. As the Raiders defense has somewhat gotten together, as that throw made Jones 11 for 17 on the day. But then when the passing game somewhat slows up, he can go right to Phillip Lindsay as he's able to fight forward for 2 first downs. There, 2nd and goal now. Jones throws this one towards the end zone, and he's not able to get that one broken up by the defensive back. Nice play there. Here's Jones finding Emmanuel Sanders, who takes 2 steps with the ball, then it falls out of his hand for some reason. And for whatever reason, that's ruled not a touchdown. Because reasons. Another field goal. 13-0 here. Now coming into the 3rd quarter, Derek Carr finding Tyler Kroft, who gets smacked down before he's able to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1 now. Jay Ajayi, nope. Carr, play action, finding Tyler Kroft again, who's running around in zigzags as if he sees a red laser dot on him. But he gets brought down at the 6. Carr now, throwing that one in the dirt. 2nd and goal. Carr hands this one off to Ajayi, who gets stopped right away by Jeffrey Simmons, who's having a breakout year in his rookie season. Carr again, running backwards and then turning and throwing the football to Smith, all in the same motion. Very impressive stuff. You don't see that. That's legendary stuff right there, but that's not enough to pick up any points. So they end up having to settle for a field goal. Nope. John Gruden decides to run a sneak play with Nathan Peterman. Of all people, that's just questionable. And then a 3 and out for the Broncos there as Jones gets hit before he's able to find his receiver. 3rd and 6 now. Carr throwing this one up for absolutely nobody. Just some terrible quarterback play here. But then here's Phillip Lindsay as he gets a really nice run here. Shoves forward, picks up the first down and then some. As the Broncos, Lindsay really starting to get it going here. Then they decide to throw the football. Jones sees nothing. He just takes off here for the races. He gets out of bounds before he's hit. And then the Broncos keep driving. 2nd and 4. Off to Lindsay again. Lindsay takes off here. Gets down to the 13. Nice big run there. 2nd and 3 now. Royce Freeman. Hole opens. The sea parts. And he's able to get another score as the running game proving valuable for this Broncos team. As they move this one 19-0, the PAT would make it 20-0. Minute 30 left in the 3rd quarter. Kroft again getting a lot of work here today. Carr floats one here to Jordy Nelson. He makes that catch. And now the Raiders starting to get something going here. Jay Ajayi gets a nice run, almost able to break that one. Come to the 4th quarter now. This is still a game. 3rd and 3. Carr looking. And this is... Wow, that is just some amazing stuff there. That is talk about lucky. Carr to Harmon. I'm not even sure if Carr was going to Harmon on that one. Touchdown Raiders either way. You know, you don't have to be good. Sometimes it's better to be lucky. I think that was going to Nelson in the back of the end zone, but then it hit off the helmet of Harmon. And then he managed to catch it as Daniel Jones gets sacked by Hankins there. 2nd and 18 now. Play action pass after the sack. That's a bold move. Jake Butt, though, he's able to come up with the catch and make it into 3rd and 3. Now they hand it off to Lindsay, who fights his way forward for the first down. 102 yards at this point in the game for Lindsay. Jones finding Troy Fumagalli, and he gets brought down by his face mask there. They're going to call a flag there. Personal foul, face mask. Oakland is going to Oakland. 15 yards after the play. Jones here finding Jake Butt, who just runs out of bounds. You gotta love RPM, that real player motion. So realistic. 1st and goal here. Jones finds Fumagalli in the end zone. And the Broncos score as Daniel Jones breaks Russell Wilson's rookie touchdown record for the entire season. Cole Beasley gets dropped before he can pick up any more yardage. 3rd and 2 here. Here's Jordy Nelson. And all of a sudden, this Raiders offense just comes alive here in this 4th quarter. It's almost like when you're playing one of those football games and then it just feels like the CPU can do whatever it wants to do. It's like has a comeback code. That's what this was like. As you see here, finding Cole Beasley. The Raiders looked inept offensively all day. And then here in the 4th quarter, they're just stringing things together. And Carr takes off for the touchdown. Getting the Raiders on the board again, making it 14-27. Carr now 2nd and 10, and he's sacked. But the Raiders are able to fall on it and keep the football. That could have been a lot worse. 3rd and 22. Carr again finding Harmon, breaks a tackle, and he somehow falls and flops his way forward to make it 4th and 4. You got to go for it here. Carr gets the ball off right before he's sacked. Typical. Finds Cole Beasley, who runs out of bounds at the 44. 3,000 yards for Carr at this point in the season. And the Raiders coming here 1st and 10, about 2:23 left in the game. Carr under center, steps back, short drop, and then Jordy Nelson drops the football. Not a good play there by Jordy. And then Carr would come back next play after that. 2nd and 10 after the drop from Nelson. Carr has to get something going here at this point in the game. Carr now stepping back. Finds Croft again, who gets brought down at his feet. That looked like a face mask at first. But then 2nd and 7. Carr steps up, runs, finds Jay Ajayi, who's able to cut upfield, spin around, and then he gets popped by Von Miller. 3rd and 1. Carr finding Cole Beasley. The guy decides not to tackle him for some reason. He just runs behind him. And another touchdown for the Raiders, making it 21-27. They can take the lead with a touchdown. But then here's Phillip Lindsay spinning. And then he has nothing but daylight in front of him as he takes one to the house. 46 yards goes Lindsay. 43 yards, making it 34-21. Lindsay breaking the Raiders' backs here and possibly wrapping up the AFC West. Carr now looking, pressured, picked off by Craig Mager. Mager, though, he's not done with this one. He's taking this one. He's going to try to take it back. One man to beat. Breaks a tackle by Derek Carr. And he is gone to the 10-5. Going to try to run out some clock here. Touchdown, Broncos. This game was close for a second. Now the score is 41-21 after a pick six by Craig Mager. Just a terrible throw by Carr. That one needed to be led towards the sideline. Instead, it's led towards the hash. I mean, that is just terrible ball placement by Derek Carr on another disappointing season for this Oakland Raiders team, as they tried stopping the Broncos from wrapping up the AFC West. The Raiders would get the ball back. Carr just throws one up, and Hamp Cheevers picks that one off for his first interception of the season. And that one closes this game out. A nice comeback effort by the Raiders, but they weren't able to complete the comeback. Your final on this one, the Broncos 41, the Raiders 21. The Raiders had 314 passing yards. Derek Carr, 319 yards in the air, 35 of 45, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. One of those was obviously returned for a touchdown. Jay Ajayi, 15 attempts, 74 yards. Derek Carr had the lone rushing touchdown. The Raiders just went away from that rushing game, but you kind of have to. And then Tyler Kroft, 8 receptions, 80 yards on the day, but then Kelvin Harmon had a touchdown along with Cole Beasley, both having the 2 touchdowns for the Raiders. And then we take a look at the Broncos. Daniel Jones, 18 of 32, 1 touchdown. It's not great. It's not pretty, but you know what? He didn't lose the game for this Broncos team. He just sort of managed the game, and that's what they're asking him to do this season. No interceptions. Had the one fumble, but no interceptions. The running attack led the way for the Broncos. Phillip Lindsay, 26 attempts, 148 yards, 1 touchdown. Royce Freeman, a touchdown. And Andy Janovich, a touchdown as well. Jake Butt led the way in receiving, 6 receptions, 71 yards, no touchdowns. The 1 touchdown came from Troy Fumagalli, who had 5 receptions and 51 yards himself. Cortland Sutton had 3 receptions for 26 yards. Emmanuel Sanders, 1 catch for 10 yards. Should have had a touchdown, along with Jake Butt. Official fail took away those touchdowns, but either way, you get a W in this game. Now the AFC West, the Broncos improved to 11-4. The Chargers fall to 8-7 after losing to the Green Bay Packers. The Broncos get to take on those Green Bay Packers next week. Also coming in at 11-4, both of these teams can secure a first-round bye with a win next week.